Thank you guys so much for coming. It's great to see so many faces at Gertz. It's been a while since we've been back on this stage. We're a couple months into 2025 now. How's 2025 treating everybody here? How you guys doing? Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. I've had a good one too, but it's got some pretty big shoes to fill. 2024 was a really big year for me. It kicked off with a bang. Quite literally, I lost my virginity on January 1st. Therese! No, I'm kidding. He wishes. No, it was to my girlfriend. And in my opinion, if you get the chance, I think that best person that you could lose your virginity to, your own girlfriend, please, not mine. No, but seriously, I think that sex is, an intimate thing. It can be a very emotional thing, and your first time should be with somebody who loves you. And I've been thinking about it a lot, and if I may offer some advice, if you're going to lose your virginity, you should try to do it with somebody who's also a virgin. Sorry for making so much eye contact with you, sir. And it's because you don't know to be disappointed if you don't have standards yet. Right? I think back on my first time and it was a mess. My legs were straight the whole time. I think I was planking at one point. There's a New Year's countdown going into the background. 10, 9, 8, oh fuck. But I didn't know any better. Right? So it felt great to me. I didn't know how good it could be. So that was the beginning of 2024, huge year. And then the end was also great, because a couple months ago my girlfriend and I celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Thank you so much. And that was really big for me for a couple of reasons. So the first reason is that this is my first relationship. I didn't date at all through high school, through most of university. I was painfully single for 21 years. My loneliness could buy weed in Quebec, alcohol in the States, and then drown its sorrows the way God intended. That is a long time. And when you do anything for that long, it becomes very ingrained in you, right? I was the single friend, and I held on to that with an iron grip. But it got to the point where when I told a buddy of mine that I'd made out with a girl on her couch and now we might be dating, he started crying. Which, do you know how little hope you have to have as a 25-year-old? As a fully grown man breaking down in tears, sobbing at the mere hypothetical that I might maybe finally be getting into a relationship. But the second reason is that I thought she would have broken up with me by now. She has no business dating me, and it's not because I think I'm a bad boyfriend. I actually think I'm quite a good boyfriend. It's just that I think she's too good for me. My girlfriend is a gorgeous genius with a heart of gold, and I do a pretty good Jerry Seinfeld impression. In bed. What's the deal with pussy? Wouldn't you leave me for that? I would leave me for that. And she's a trooper. She stuck it out. And I want to believe that she's dating me because I'm so witty and charming and gorgeous and so humble. But realistically, I think I was just really ADHD at her for long enough. She lowered her defenses and I snuck in. But having sex, it has its drawbacks. Not relationship-wise, we're totally fine. I just mean in my career. I'll explain. I used to do a lot of jokes about being a virgin, probably too many. And it was some of my best work. Truly classic stuff. But I kind of wrote myself into a corner. Because the jokes were landing so well, I very seriously considered just kind of beating off all of my sexual urges for the foreseeable future, no pun intended. And then, of course, I got into a relationship, and that made things a little harder, no pun intended, again. And it would cause problems for both of us because we would tell people that we had started dating. And the first reaction was never, oh, congratulations, like how you'd expect. It was instead, well, what's Gabe going to talk about on stage now? Which inspires a lot of confidence in my other material. But joke's on you, because I am a one-dick pony, and I'm still talking about it on stage. I'm just not a loser when I do it anymore. But the jokes have changed, obviously, right? I used to do this one about my major. I'm at McGill here. I was in a joint honors math and computer science degree with a minor in physics, which is just too much. That's academic pick-me behavior, and it tanked my GPA, my mental health, my sexual viability, but it looks really good on paper. So I used to, the punchline to that joke was that I am unfuckable, but I'm wildly employable. But there is sort of a karmic balance in the universe, because I am now categorically fuckable. Like, that's no longer up for debate. But I've been finding employment really difficult recently, and I don't want to believe that my having had sex is tanking the job market. But it's not looking great. So to anybody out there who is currently, bleeding themselves dry on the social networking, professional networking circle jerk that is LinkedIn.com, I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, I am not sorry. It was totally worth it. Put your resume away and go talk to a girl. I hear this voice does great. Thank you so much. Good night.